And hello YouTubers, this is CD Man Gaka, returning you guys with Day 4 of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, Part 3. We come right out of the gate and we get some more chimeras after our last save point. I get a fortunate steal on bone here that gives me a quick kill and makes me go, yay! Then I just go ahead and charge my ult because with the Dragon Sword, because it has a very high limb rate. Well, not as high as the Falcon Talons, but it just seems to work better against these particular set of guys. So if you have a problem with these chimera bastards, go ahead, spam ults. Or if you're a master at getting them to steal on bone attack you and countering it, go for it. Anyways, return to this room, pick up the gold scarab in there. It's silver for me because I've already collected it. And I came out here because I know they spawn, and I was one step too far back, and I'm just like, well, so sad day, sad day. Anyways, I just swing away, once again forcing the big brute to go and steal on bone. I got interrupted though, so I couldn't dodge it, so I couldn't look like pro. No, I had to look like a dumbass. But it's okay, because I get steal on bone right there. Dang. Once again, these bigger gorilla-like minions, you can just force them into steal on bone to get a quick easy kill and a lot of points. You get a free ultimate in this fight, so use it, get yourself an extra like 1,000 karma. That's like all I got from it, so that fight cleaned up. Let's move on. So we go back down the hallway towards our current objective. And we get back into this hallway, but it's all destroyed, dark and gloomy. We have to fight all these guys again. So I drop a Dragon Sword ultimate to get a quick delim, get the obliteration technique, charge another ultimate, miss it because I'm amateur. And I just go ahead and kill one of the little crawling guys. This fight's kind of long. I mean, you have to just deal with these guys in waves. It's the same plan as before. Force the big guys into it, kind of deal with the snake people. I again highly recommend like the Falcon Talons. I've had recent success with those against the Chimera, the little snake people like enemy types. That's what they're called. That's not what they are though, if that makes sense. So I'm going to call them snake people. Because the snake people, Falcon Talons do a really good job of just stun locking them forever in a combo. And the Falcon Talons give you a lot of just... It helps you dodge a lot of attacks just by herpa-derping button mashing. It's fantastic. But either way, I stick with the Jinren Mara right now, the single sword. Because America. And I go for another ultimate technique because it gets a good delim. I get an OT off. And some more still spawning. Get another ultimate technique off just to get extra karma. Make those guys worth like 100 points at the very least. So yeah, then I slash a bitch. Ripped in half. And then at this point I'm like, okay, let's just make the playing fields even. As you can see, the Inferno Bow actually does rip, sometimes blow up some arms. So yeah, it's awesome. Anyways, when you do have the big gorilla guys, I'm gonna call them gorilla guys, missing an arm, they will go into this like state where they're on fire, and then that's when they go kamikaze. And if they grab you, you're dead. Because I don't think I'll have survived, and I have like a lot of health. I know I have at least 2 health upgrades. I still have like 3 more left to use, which is good. Anyway, so after this fight, you saw the cut because I failed at this fight a bit. We come on out here. They're just doing something stupid. So I try out the Falcon Talon ultimate. It just doesn't seem to. There we go. It's got like 1 delim point. The Dragon Sword seems to have 2. It has a very area of effect when you don't have the Blood Rage add-on to it because it increases the damage of it. Anyway, I got thrown. I have a hardest time dealing with that particular steal on bone throw in the game. It's just like the worst one for me. I don't know why. And go slash. Focusing the big guy. He loses an arm. I kill him with an OT. Okay, time for snake people. So now you get to see me kind of slashing them a bit. They constantly miss me when I'm using the Falcon Talon. So maybe it's some luck that you can emulate in your playthrough. So if you just want to slap a hoe instead of doing that whole charge thing, as I get picked up by the Falcon, using the Falcon Talons, go for it. Anyway, so I get a dodge, steal on bone. That's what it should look like, but I am very inconsistent about doing that against that enemy type. So, you've been warned! That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, we come out here, there's the save bird. Yay, birdie, make the blood injuries go away, please. Oh, thank gosh. And I'm looking, I'm like, where the hell do I go? And I'm trying to figure out, then I go back in and, and then there we go, yeah, so we have Mr. Scientist guy. And I just skip the cutscenes because I'm just like, lame. Enjoy that breathing. Anyway, should we go to the elevator? We come on out.
It's through this hall, right?
And then we have to do, I can't remember. You'll see the button sequence in your break 3. I think it's like left analog stick and square. I cannot recall. Anyway, so we have a bunch of soldiers. They're all the weak kind. You know what that means? Farming time. Sheesh, when is it gonna be harvest season already? La 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 la, reap what you sow. So really easy fight to start off with. The thing about this fight is it lasts quite a while, and the enemy types get a little harder as you go into it. But maximize your karma score by abusing the fact that, hey, you got these really, really weak minions. And also save your souped up ultimate to like the end of the wave. Because I think you can't really build it up. Because you can build up to level 3, that'll give you like the most points for it. Although I'm now considering maybe throwing down an ultimate at level 2, building up another one, and then throwing another level 2 ult. If you get 2 sets of that, that's like 4,000 total. So, anyways, I operate at this point though. That's just my choice. You probably get about the same comp point. Anyway, I hold on to this even though I have a max at level 3. Why is that? Well, because there's some enemy types that are coming up that I would rather use my ultimate on instead of these weak guys. Anyways, I kill him, and I hear the bad guys spawning, and it's some of these alchemist guys. So, charge the Falcon Talons UT, because they got great delim, great focus, it's guaranteed to hit all 3 of them, and boom, I killed 2, and the other one's mained, I got 9,000 karma points for that. OT the last one, and so I've turned this 5-guy wave into essentially a 2-guy wave, if that makes sense. I took out 3 of the enemies with like any effort, and now we just go back to ult UT spamming because it's the best thing to do. They don't counter it well, you get plenty of time to charge your ultimate, and it disrupts both of them, and you get off all this free damage without having to worry about them retaliating, as long as you pretty much do it right, which basically you just use the Falcon Talons UT. And you can see they just don't react fast enough to cut you off from charging it. So I recognize that, hey, oh, that guy's missing an arm, I better kill him, and so I kill him. Rawr. Then I miss him, and he's so weak that I actually get a dilim for the combo, rip him in half. And then we get a couple more soldiers here. I was thinking of a steel and bone there, I believe, but went for an OT. Now we got floating laser eye again. I'm like, oh great, so take an arrow to the face, you thunder muffin. I was supposed to say another word, but I decided not to. Anyways, he bites me and then throws me. I'm like, you bitch. Now there's 2 of them. I'm like, shit, Inferno Nimpo. So I rip off his leg and I kill him instantly. And then this guy still has all of his limbs. There's a soldier I have to deal with. He goes for a jump attack. I am just kind of moving around. I get a steel and bone. As you can see, a steel and bone immediately rips off one of this guy's legs, turning this big intimidating guy into an OT target. Really easy to deal with. So I chop him up. I go over here. I kill that rocket guy because he's fragile as all heck. I recognize this is the last guy. As I'm watching this right now, I think I thought there would be more after him, but no. So yeah, there are, but I lost my blood rage. I'm like, seriously? So I run in the hallway and I take out Mr. Cannon. And I think I might die right here, actually, because I'm just remembering this playthrough. Didn't I die in here? And I switch to the Jinran because I'm like, it's a small corridor. No, I don't die. Instead, I get into the grip of murder. I'm like, oh, wow. It's like fantastic. I seize up and I can't finish cutting that guy in half. So, anyways, you can see more soldiers. This grip of murder is a farming one. It's time to get all of the karma in the world. And it's using this method that's going to get us like all of the weapons. Seriously, I'm like in the middle of chapter 6, about to finish it. I only have to upgrade the Kusarigama and the Luna Staff to level 3. And then I still have to get Windblade's Nimpo upgraded from level 1. And I have to purchase the Void Nimpo. And then I have like everything except for some of the useless things like Meditation and Cicada Surge and all the health packs. I'm going for weapons first. Anyway, so just keep farming, la 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 la. Crazy range in the Eclipse Sight. 4 kills with it. It's just magnificent. Get a steel on bone. These guys are really easy to do with. Any limb works. So you guys know this. It's kind of just like we're beating a horse to death here. So at this point, once you have 3 times blood rage, switch over to a weapon that gives you a better ultimate than the Eclipse Sight, because I found that the Eclipse Sight ult, it's fantastic and it feels like the old Eclipse Sight ult, because namely it is, except it's even more OP when you look at it. But it just doesn't hit as much people with the con points, because I think you have to hit them with the sight itself. So the range on it isn't good. But I throw it out here, and I get like 3,000. I'm like, I got gypped. If I did the Falcon Talons, I would have an extra 6,000 karma. Basically, is what happened there. So I'm kind of mad, and the game decided to lock onto the guy who with the limb rather than the guy who's needs to instill in bones or whatever. Go right back to farming these guys up. Anyways, I recommend the Falcon Talons or the dual katanas if you have those level 3 at this point, because their ultimate is delicious. It hits like everybody. So, I mean, you consistently get like 4 people hit by that ultimate and get all of that karma. So here, I'm smart and I switch over to the Eclipse Scythe. I mean, the Falcon Talons, but I don't have the ultimate Blood Rage because the Blood Rage name itself was not red, only the multiplier. So, finish that up, and then we walk down the hallway, and that's going to be what I segue into the next video with, guys. So thank you for watching this. Hope you're learning. Hope you're enjoying it. Throw the video a like, subscribe for the rest of the series. CD Mangaka saying thank you all, thank you all. Let's save little girls.
Are you all right?